Welcome back to our podcast and the series called High School Memories. My name is Lisa and I'll be your host today. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's episode and embark on a great journey together. Get ready to be engaged, entertained, and inspired. Today's topic will be about The Social Dilemma, a gripping documentary that peels back the layers on the darker side of social media. Trust me, it's a real eye-opener for anyone who's ever considered these platforms a mere nuisance. So, make sure to grab your popcorn and buckle up because we've got a lot to cover. First and foremost, let's talk about the alarming connection between social media and our mental health. The statistics are staggering, with rising rates of depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and in the most heart-wrenching cases, even suicide. It's no longer a secret that these platforms play a significant role in shaping our emotional well-being. It is truly a wake-up call for all of us. The Social Dilemma exposes some unsettling truths about the giants of tech: Facebook, Google, Instagram, Twitter, and more. Our protagonist here is Tristan Harris, a former design ethicist for Google. He's been in the belly of the beast and knows the drill. Harris recognized the addictive nature of these platforms and their impact on our thoughts. He found it fascinating how no one at Gmail worked on making it less addictive. And he said that 2 billion people will have thoughts that they didn't intend to have only because a designer at Google said, "This is how notifications work on that screen that you wake up to in the morning." That's why he sent a presentation to his colleagues, but despite unanimous agreement, nothing changed. He explains how a lot of people think that Google is just another search box, but they don't realize that they're constantly competing for our attention. That's right, tech companies are battling for our attention. Ever wondered how Facebook keeps you scrolling for hours and hours on end? In the film, we learned that the company of Facebook has conducted countless experiments on users, fine-tuning their manipulation techniques. Over time, by running these experiments, they developed a way to get users to do what they want us to do: manipulation. Their business model is keeping our eyeballs glued to the screen for more ad revenue. They can affect real-world behavior and emotions without triggering the user's awareness. But Facebook isn't alone in this game. Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, and others have the same playbook. We are not the customers, advertisers are. Change of behavior and perception is the real product. It can change what we do, how we think, who we are, and so much more. Now, let's talk about Pinterest, the app that's all about inspiration. Tim Kendall, former president of Pinterest, shared his experiences in the documentary. He knew the tricks of the trade and explained how he was working on building something during the day that he was falling into himself. So he knew what was going on behind the scenes, but even he struggled to curb his usage. We all make promises about not using our phones an hour before sleep, only to break them in the end. It's easier said than done, isn't it? Snapchat, once the king of ephemeral content, now ranks among the worst for mental health. Snapchat dysmorphia is a term coined in the documentary referring to patients seeking surgery to look like their filtered selves. The app fuels body consciousness, eating disorders, bullying, and FOMO, which is fear of missing out, both in the app and in real life. So not only is our activity within the app toxic, but so is what it does to our activity outside of the app. Studies show that spending more than 2 hours a day on social media is a ticket to poor mental health, including anxiety and depression. You think YouTube is innocent? Think again. A worker there raised the alarm about their algorithm, which is designed to keep us online. He was worried that an algorithm he worked on was increasing polarization in society. This polarization was extremely efficient at keeping people online. People think that the algorithm is designed to give people what they want, but it's not. The algorithm is actually trying to find a few rabbit holes that are very powerful and are trying to find which rabbit hole is closest to our interest. That's exactly why if you start watching a video, YouTube will recommend similar ones over and over again. It's all about pushing the content that matches our interests, even if they're conspiracy theories or falsehoods. This algorithm is an expert at creating echo chambers, fueling polarization, and changing what we believe. Gen Z, those born after 1996, including me, are the first generation to be raised in the era of social media. They spend more time glued to screens than ever before, and it's taking a toll. They're more anxious, depressed, and insecure, with issues like body image and loneliness on the rise. The brain's ability to process information changes because of overexposure to technology. The constant exposure to technology is rewiring their brains and leading to tragic consequences. And here's the kicker. Fake news on platforms like Twitter spreads 6 times faster than the truth. Tristan Harris mentions that they make money the more they allow unregulated messages to reach anyone for the best price. Algorithms and manipulative politicians are becoming so expert at learning how to trigger us and getting so good at creating fake news that we absorb it as if it were reality. It's as though we have less and less control over who we are and what we believe, and that's a scary thought. So, the social dilemma leaves us with a powerful message. These social media companies thrive on capturing our attention, and it's time for us to reconsider our digital habits. As one memorable quote from the documentary says, "Were we evolved to be aware of what 10,000 people think of us? We were not evolved to have social approval being dosed to us every 5 minutes." It's a stark reminder that our lives don't revolve around the digital approval of others. Your opinion matters, and it doesn't have to echo the masses. So, there you have it, folks, a comprehensive look at the social dilemma. It's high time we reflect on our digital lives, their impact on our mental health, and the future of our society. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions on our next episodes. Until then, remember that your voice matters in this digital world. Don't be just another echo in the chamber. Thanks for tuning in and joining us on this episode of High School Memories. It's been an incredible journey, and we're so glad you came along for the ride. Until next time, take care.